is too much, don't wanna be here alone. It's breaking my heart, watching you go. I wanted to stop, though I already know it's the end of for you and me. Keep on saying the time will heal. Keep lying just to make me feel I'm not lonely. It's the end of for you and me. Keep on saying the time will heal. Baby, baby, you're kidding me. I just want you to hold me. Things ain't the same, and there's nobody here to blame. Oh, yeah. Baby, tell me if I'm wrong. Did we play this game for far too long? Far too long. Ooh, letting us down hurts me more than you know. The pain is so much, don't wanna be here alone. It's breaking my heart, letting you go. I want you to stop, but I already Make me feel I'm not lonely, no. Don't want you to go, but I know it's in. Oh, baby. Gotta go, baby, it's in. Gotta go, baby, it's in. Make me feel I'm not lonely. Just want you to hold me. Good evening. I'm Teddy, and you are listening to Night Talk. So grab a glass of wine and join me. I just was reading your comment, Latoya, about the rally tonight with the former First Lady, Michelle Obama, and Vice President Kamala Harris. Yeah, I see it on Vice President Kamala Harris's YouTube. And I'm going to play a little bit of it when she comes up. Yeah, because I wanted to hear it. I've been quite busy today. And yeah, so if you want to listen to it, it's fair use commentary. It's from her own channel. Yeah. All right, so let me come out real quick and see what's on your mind. I'm going to be playing some music, and yeah, maybe I can play some of Michelle Obama's part of her speech, maybe part of Vice President Kamala Harris's speech as well. But for the most part, I just wanted to chill. Yeah. All right, let me read some of your comments. Take these headphones off. Oh, let's do this. And good evening to the mob. All my other bears I call the Grizzlies. Please hit the like on your way. And this is fair use commentary. Shout out to my moderators, Baby Juju and Vicky Black. Please be respectful in the chat and mindful of your words. Also, over on Station Head, I didn't mention it, but I did see some of the comments later. So if we can be mindful, even on Station Head, because it really does reflect on my broadcast. Yeah. Yeah. I'd like to maintain, respect. Even though we're over on Station Head, the same would apply. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. She brought the house down, huh? Well, let's take a listen, see what she had to say. Time is racing toward the election day. It is. It will soon be 8 days before election. Now I'm going to put on my headphones so I can listen to her. And let me know if the sound is good. Let's do it like this.
You guys have been here for a little bit. So we want to get this show on the road, especially for our folks standing here in the mosh pit. Hang on there. I love you. Well, let me just start by saying hello, Kalamazoo. Or should I say Kamalazoo? Who is ready to elect the next president of the United States, Kamala Harris? Yes.
All right. I'm going to pause it for just a moment. Do you hear any feedback? I want to open my mic sometimes. Okay. Just let me know. Let's see if I can put this on a different channel.
Let me start, of course, by thanking Hallie for everything she's done to get out the vote here in Michigan. But most of all, I want to thank all of you because, 100 years old, no. Oh my goodness. You look amazing. I bow down. Doesn't it feel good to be together? I mean, it feels so good. I haven't done this in such a long time. It feels good to see how strong, how hopeful, how energized, how organized we all are. And we need that. We need all of you because right now, as you know, this race is close. It's too close for my liking. And I came out here to Michigan because I am someone who takes her own advice to heart. I know that if we want to help this country finally turn the page on the politics of hatred and division, we can't just sit around and complain. No, we've got to do something. If we want to usher in the next generation of American leadership, we have got to do something. If we want to elect someone with a character that is worthy of the Oval Office, someone with the strength of heart to guide our country to a better day, we have got to what? And that someone, of course, is my dear friend Kamala Harris. And Michigan, I am so hopeful about the energy and poise and joy that Kamala has injected into this race. And if you know Kamala like I do, that's no surprise. I mean, think about it. No one could have predicted the way everything would have unfolded this summer. And yet, in a critical moment when our country needed her, Kamala couldn't have been more prepared to meet that moment. And she's met it every single day since. Yes. Oh, she's filling arenas in a way we haven't seen for years. She's building a remarkable campaign in record time, dominating her opponent so thoroughly in the debate, he was too scared to face her again. She's putting herself out there fearlessly, facing down even her harshest critics. She's seeking out Republicans to find common ground. And unlike her opponent, she's not ducking interviews or cowering in safe spaces only with fawning audiences. No, she's showing us what a sane, stable leader looks like. She's not losing her train of thought or stumbling over her words. And she's doing it all with vigor and with grace. That's because Kamala Harris is a grown-up. And Lord knows, we need a grown-up in the White House. Someone with the maturity and fresh ideas to keep moving our country forward.
Okay, so this speech, again, let me take off my headphones. So, this speech by the First Lady, former First Lady, goes on for quite a while. I think about 35, maybe almost 40 minutes. So, I'm not going to sit here and just, play it through. But, yeah, you probably wanted to hear me talk tonight. But I'm going to play a little bit of music, and then maybe I'll talk a little bit. But for now, let me just play some easy listening or a little jazz. Can I do that?
밤이 오면 항상 turn the lights out. Tell me where you want it. Baby, you're the one I wanna know about. We can fall in slowly, yeah. We don't need to do the talking. Get into it, baby, softly, yeah. 매일 너네 넌 계속 원해 널. Baby, come and show me. Take my heart. I never thought I could love this hard. Oh, I can't get enough. You got me singing like, I love it when you do it like that. When you walk out wearing nothing but, I love it when we do it like that. You know that I'm right there, want you to. You make it look so easy like that. Then you try out my attention like, just thinking how you make me go on and on and on and on, yeah, yeah. 낮이 되면 잠깐, come on outside. Tell me where you want it. Baby, you don't need to know my whereabouts. I don't get too lonely, yeah. We don't need to keep affording. Look at me, just baby, I do it. 매일 on and on, 계속 원해 널. Baby, come and show me, yeah. My heart, I never thought I could love this hard. Oh, I can't get enough. You got me feeling like, you got me singing like, I love it when you do it like that. When you walk out wearing nothing but, I love it when we do it like that. You know that I'm right there, want you to. You make it look so easy like that. Then you try out my attention like, just thinking how you make me go on and on and on and on. I love it when you do it like that. When you walk out wearing nothing but, I love it when we do it like that. You know that I'm right there, want you to. You make it look so easy like that. Then you try out my attention like, just thinking how you make me go on and on and on and on, yeah, yeah.
Yes, I did hear that the comments that Trump is making recently are really let's just say, I, I don't even know what to say about some of these comments that the former president is making. I don't even know if he's doing it just to um, talk like a shock jock, or if he really means what he's saying. I mean, have you heard some of the things he said? I don't even want to repeat it, but I just saw, your comment here. Yeah, it's. I really do think that the majority of Americans have made up their mind. Voting has already begun, and it's going to be a tight race. I keep saying it. Um, who was I listening to today? Oh gosh, what is his name? Here's what he had to say. I'll think of his name. He said, of all the data that he's looked at, yes, asinine. Thank you. Thank you, Gia Papaya. That's it. Asinine. I can't hear myself speaking. Again, if I put on my headset, it I don't have it turned on, so I can listen to myself. So it may seem for me a little strange because I'm used to listening how I sound. But again, I'm trying something a little different with the equipment. But um, this individual said he looked at all the numbers and he said that Vice President Kamala Harris, she's going to win. No doubt in his mind. Now, who was that? He was on President Obama's team. Oh, his wife is just the opposite. So he's a Democrat. His wife is a Republican. And for some reason, I can't remember his name. Anyway, no, I did not watch Joe Rogan's interview with him. And what I understand, he was targeting, well, Joe Rogan, most of his audience is made up of male, young men. So he was targeting them. I mean, there's other people who listen to Joe Rogan who he has a large following. I think it's something like 14 million, something like that. So no, I did not listen to any of that. Did you? And if so, what do you make of it? What do you make of it? Good evening, Raising My Voices. Welcome to the Bear Cave. No, is it it's not Conway. Yes, thank you. James Carville. That's who it is. He is very plain spoken. He just gets right to the point, and he also calls himself a truth teller. Yeah. He just says to people, don't panic, stop worrying about it. Kamala Harris, she's going to win. She's going to be in office. He would not put it out there if he truly hadn't looked at the numbers. It's basically done. So don't worry. No matter what people are saying, Democrats don't worry. She's going to be our next president. How do you feel about that, Cheryl? Since you're coming in the chat and you were able to come up with Carville, of course. Do you agree with him? What he had to say? Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. He says, I'm certain. He made a bold election prediction. Well, he did. He says it will all be okay. He is definitely a top Democratic strategist, and he revealed why. He thinks he's just certain she's going to be, she will win the 2024 election. So, top Democratic strategist James Carville has predicted that Kamala Harris is certain to win the presidential election. Carville, who is 79 years old, has worked on several presidential campaigns, including former President Bill Clinton's in 1992. Now, he has explained in a New York Times opinion piece why he's confident Harris has this race in the bag, saying, while I'm not one to take part in the political prediction industry, recently ballooned by mysterious crypto investments, gambling on a Donald Trump victory, today I am pulling my stool up to the political poker table to throw my chips all in. America, it will all be okay. That's right. The Democrat cited three main reasons for his prediction. Trump is a repeat electoral loser. Harris is out fundraising her opponent, and he refuses to believe voters will make the same mistake twice by reelecting the former president. Quoting, I refuse to believe that the same country that has time and again overcome its mistakes to bend its future toward justice will make the same mistake twice. Carville wrote for the Times, America overcame Mr. Trump in 2020. I know that we are better than this. So, do you agree? Do you agree? No, let me see if I can just turn I've just got to figure out a way. Hang on just for a second.
먼지투성이 hands are trembling right now, right now. Deep blue water sea, afraid of jumping in right now, right now. 한 발을 내밀었어, 걱정이 많이 있어. It's a bit of love, yeah. It's a little tough, yeah. 담배를 물고 있어, 생각이 너무 깊어. It's looking too deep. It's a little rough, yeah. Overthinking if I belong, but I'm where I need to be. Nobody's stopping us from flying. Don't kill this mood, just singing na 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 na. Won't make it harder for your mind. Just dancing on the water right now. I've been swimming and swimming, swimming into the deep end. I've been looking and looking around me lately. I've been finding and rolling, really nothing wrong. Dancing up to the water right now. Moonlight shimmering, falling over me right now, right now. Yeah. 한숨을 쉬고 있어, 또 마을 가고 싶어 난. I'm afraid of all things, and I said enough, yeah. Overthinking if I belong, but I'm where I need to be. Nobody's stopping us from flying. Looking around me daily, I've been fighting and rolling, really nothing new. Dancing up to the water right now. I've been sweating and sweating, swimming into the deep end. I've been looking and looking around me daily. I've been falling and rolling, really nothing new. Dancing up to the water right now.
All right, so Cheryl says that James Carville, you think he's a nut, but Alan Lichtman's 13 Keys to the White House motto suggests she is poised to win. And Lichtman has a remarkable track record in predicting presidential elections. So you agree? You, you think, based on his history of predicting for accuracy? Yeah. His model, which has accurately forecasted every U.S. presidential outcome since 1984, based on 13 true false statements that assess factors such as the economy, incumbent performance, and social conditions. According to the model, if 6 or more of these keys are false, the incumbent party is predicted to lose. Otherwise, they are expected to win. So, based on that statement and how those conditions have been answered, these keys, she's poised to win. All right, so we're going to find out. It's probably going to be a nail biter all the way to the end. Now, do you hear any feedback? So I'm leaning in just a little bit into the mic so I can hear the sound without putting on these headphones. When I figure out how I want to bring the sound into my headphones, I haven't done that because I don't really like wearing headphones. not a whole lot, but I'm going to have to do it. All right. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. All right. So Gia says if Kamala loses, it's because of all these furries. School indoctrination crap. And all the turn the kids into transformers as an experiment, because that's what it is. So you feel strongly about that. Mm-hmm. It would be a shame if he's wrong this time. Well, if he has predicted every single election since that time with accuracy, I'd be surprised if he were wrong. But he can be wrong too. But his track record doesn't say that he's going to get it wrong. So put him together with James Carville, and we can start the party. Is that what you're saying? You don't hear any feedback. Sounds perfect. No, sound is good. All right. Yes, Rip running receipts. Teddy, I feel very strongly about it. This needs to end, and we also need to get rid of our Prime Minister, Trudeau. You don't like Justin Trudeau in Canada, huh? Why? Is he too... He's not liberal, is he? Too liberal. Wow, since 1984. So 40 years? Is that 40 years? Six? No, almost. Let's see. Did I get it right? How time flies. He, yes. Okay, I did. Great. Let. So, would you be super disappointed? I mean, really down if she loses the election? I mean, based on, his prediction if he's wrong. Cheryl says, keep in mind that the Republicans are poised to contest the election results. So even if she wins, there could be significant repercussions, potentially reminiscent of the events of January. Yes. That's why, if the margin is that close, you most likely, that's correct. You're correct. I don't know. Get out to the polls early. So, for some of us who are concerned about what will happen on, the day of election, you're going to have your vote in and sit back and watch the returns. Oh, you're done with him. Justin Trudeau. He's doing the same BS, you say, with our kids in school and sending millions to Ukraine and Israel, and our taxes are sky high. Yes, let's focus on her winning. Uh, he said she's going to win. Stop panicking. Don't worry about it. She's going to win. Yeah. Oh, Kia says, I will honestly be flabbergasted if Kamala wins. Hmm. Okay. Again, the polls are neck and neck. I think like 48%. 48 is the tie. Yeah. That's where it's at. So, Gia, you doubt. So, if I'm reading you correctly, you think President Trump is going to win. And you would be, basically surprised if she wins. Okay. Cheryl says, those who can should consider having their passports ready and be prepared to leave the country, even if only temporarily. You know, people are talking about that. But do you think, for those who are talking about it, do you think they're serious? I mean, what do you think is going to happen? Anarchy or something? Do you think it's going to lead to a civil war? Do you really think on day one, all of these, if Trump wins, that on day one he's going to, send out the signal. He's going to round up all the immigrants, and he is going to let loose the National Guard. And do you really think he's going to do that? That the Constitution is going to be just ripped up in one day. That our forefathers, you really think? Well, we do know what's possible from January the 6th, and that was horrible. Absolutely. Do I think it would happen like we could have another January the 6th the way that it happened? I'm going to say not if I just if Vice President Kamala Harris wins. I don't think so. Not like that. I think they would be um, better prepared, to uh, protect the Capitol, the White House, and yeah. If she becomes president, and if she were to just stand by and let that happen, I don't think she's anything like Donald Trump. He watched it happen on TV, allegedly. I don't think she would do that. Don't underestimate the possibility. Well, anything is possible. Anything is possible. But do you think it's going to just happen on day one? Suddenly, we're going to lose our freedoms. And do you? I mean, really? Good evening to Taurus says, I think it's crazy how Beyonce talked about how much she cares about women. Let me see, sorry. Women and their bodies, and most likely turns a blind eye to you know what, especially if she knew about Diddy. You know what? A lot's going to come out, I think, in that Diddy trial. Let's just hope. But am I going to be shocked if we learn, uh, lots of celebrities that we wouldn't even think possible? I don't know. I really don't. Yes, Freebird Lee, Project 2025. Now that's pretty scary. Joanne, good evening, says, I think that Kamala should really campaign women's abortion rights into the last days prior to the election. So it's going to be the women's vote that's going to take her to the top. That issue, you think? You won't be surprised. Vicky Black, this is the year of exposure to the point of Beyonce. Well, and again, that's all alleged right now, but yeah, don't be surprised. Oh, okay. Cheryl wants me to review the top 10 key points of Project 2025's mandate for leadership. I could pull those up. Let's see what time it is. Oh, yeah, we've got time, I think. Gia says, Teddy, that's exactly what I said this morning about choosing her to be part of Kamala's campaign concert. You're no fan of Kamala Harris. That's true. All right, so let me see. Let's throw on some music and I'll see what I can find.
어제 마신 술이 함께 You know how bad I get when I'm stuck 널 생각해 내 맘속에 Wishing that you call me Oh no Am I thinking again 취해버린 나를 잊으려 해봐도 잘 안돼 Cause you are still on my mind Oh so Wasted and lonely's a bad combination. Oh, can you say you miss me too? Cause I think I'm still in love with you. Just gotta say it, get it off of my chest. Even if it's something that I'll probably regret. I fall way too deep. Don't pay please. 아무리 기다려봐도 울리지 않는 번호들. Oh no, am I thinking again? 취해버린 나 다 잊으려 해봐도 잘 안 돼. Cause you are still on my mind. Yeah. Wasted and lonely's a bad combination. Can you say you miss me too? Cause I think I'm still in love with you. With you. With you. Can you say you miss me too? Cause I think I'm still in love with you. Get out my bed. Try my best to forget what it felt like before I made this mess. We had a good thing, but I threw it away, and it's all on me. Too blind to see, you're the only one who truly cared about me, and I guess that's what I get. Yeah, I guess that's what Wasted and lonely's a bad combination. Can you say you miss me too? Cause I think I'm still in love with you. With you. With you. With you. Cause I think I'm still in love with you.
All right, so I pulled up Project 2025, the key points. And I think I've pulled up like 10 of them. And let's see how it goes here. Let's do this. So here's a detailed breakdown of each of the key elements. Let's see if I wanted like 10 elements. Okay. So the first one, overhaul of government personnel, which means that Project 2025 suggests restructuring federal employment by using Schedule F to make it easier to replace nonpartisan civil servants with loyal appointees who align with administration goals. The impact of that change would make federal agencies more responsive to executive directives, but could erode impartiality in roles traditionally safeguarded from political influence, potentially affecting continuity in government functions. Two, department eliminations and reductions, meaning the framework suggests eliminating the Department of Education and significantly restructuring other agencies such as USAID to remove programs tied to diversity and equity. The impact of these changes would shift education oversight to states and localities, reducing federal influence on school standards. Proponents argue this promotes localized control, while critics fear it could lead to uneven education quality and reduced support for marginalized groups. Marginalized groups. The third is curtailment of LGBTQ plus and diversity policies, meaning Project 2025 advises removing federal protections for LGBTQ rights, dismantling diversity, equity, and inclusion, which is DEI, initiatives, and repealing regulations against discrimination based on gender identity and sexual orientation. The impact of this would be rescinding DEI programs could reduce support for workforce diversity and protections against discrimination. So that would impact marginalized communities and potentially affect inclusivity. Inclusivity. Wow. Then there's the tax and economic policies. So the project recommends cutting corporate taxes, raising taxes on middle income earners, and scaling back U.S. involvement in international financial institutions like the IMF and World Bank. So while lowering corporate taxes would encourage investment, increasing taxes on middle income Americans may reduce disposable income. True, and withdrawing from global financial bodies could isolate U.S. influence on international economic issues. Then, this one is critical: strict anti abortion policies. So, following the overturn of Roe v. Wade, the project encourages further restrictive abortion laws and limiting federal support for related services such as abortion medication and contraception. This could lead to more restrictive reproductive rights nationwide, reducing access to abortion services and potentially criminalizing certain healthcare providers or patients. Let me pause. So that's the first five. What do you think so far? It's not good. Not at all. I mean, if Project 2025 were implemented just like that. Yes, it's published by the Heritage Foundation in 2023 is conservative initiative aiming to reshape the U.S. federal government, consolidate executive power assuming a Trump victory. Freebird Lee says passport ready. Where would you go? And for those who may not be able to like move so freely, you think there would be a mass exodus from the country? Cheryl says, I'm going to St. Kitts. Let's see. Which island did I like? St. Thomas. But isn't that we got to get out of the US, right? I don't know. It's already begun. Already begun. That's what you think. Okay. Well, then people need to get out and vote for Harris. If you don't want to see that, if you strongly believe that's what's going to happen, let me just wrap up those last five, and then we will wrap up the broadcast. So, 6, rollback of environmental regulations, meaning that Project 2025 supports reducing environmental regulations and easing restrictions on fossil fuel industry. So this approach would promote economic growth in the energy sector, but could also increase pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. So that would be a contradiction to climate change. Yeah. 7, immigration reforms, meaning the framework advocates for stricter immigration policies, increasing deportations, and enforcing stringent border control measures. This would limit both legal and illegal immigration, focusing on national security and job protection, though it could affect industries reliant on immigrant labor and strain relations with neighboring countries. 8, restrictions on student loan forgiveness, meaning Project 2025 proposes ending student loan forgiveness programs, emphasizing that borrowers must repay their debt without relief options. This would shift responsibility entirely to borrowers, removing federal support for loan forgiveness and potentially increasing financial strain on individuals with student debt. Absolutely, that would happen. 9, military and defense enhancements, meaning the project calls for increased defense funding and a strong military focus, particularly concerning national security threats from countries like China and Russia. So that would mean enhanced defense spending aims to bolster the U.S. position globally, though it could divert resources from other domestic programs. And then finally, for the top 10, support for religious freedoms, meaning Project 2025 prioritizes religious freedom policies supporting religious expressions in public spheres and organizations. The impact of that would be this focus on religious freedom aligns with conservative values, but could also challenge the balance between religious rights and secular governance in public institutions. So then Project 2025's overall objective is to implement conservative policies deeply and comprehensively across federal government sectors, significantly shifting governance based on these outlined principles. So, for more in depth information, we could go to sources like the Heritage Foundation or analysis from nonpartisan think tanks, it says. So, get your passports ready. Yeah. Thank you for supporting Unwind with Teddy. We appreciate you. Yes, biggest bear hugs. Freebird Lee, Gia Papaya says, and it's actually quite an expensive country. Costa Rica, for sure. Gorgeous country. The food is boring. If you are used to a certain environment and then you move, take the plunge, it's probably going to be a lot different immediately. I mean, well, let's just say after the honeymoon period wears off. Yeah. But if you have enough money, go for it. Yeah. Let's see. Exactly. I was thinking the same thing. We have to consider environmental factors based upon where we relocate. Yeah. I don't know if if it's going to be that easy to relocate to another country just by having a passport, maybe temporary. Yeah. Wouldn't you be considered, um, well, just on vacation? Yes, I agree. Yes, the sun is good for old bones and muscles. I, not if you just lay in the sun. You got to have money. Absolutely. Or you can just, move from. Is it going to be any better? Yeah. Are the prices going to be um, cheaper? I don't know. Are the people going to welcome now all these Americans who are going to come in? I guess if they come in with money, maybe it's okay. I'm certainly not going to move to Mexico. Who wants to go to Mexico? Raise your hand. Put a 1 in the chat. You want to go to Mexico? Tijuana? Where do you want to go? Mexico City with all the crime? Where do you want to go? Where's paradise? Oh, you want to go to Mexico? Where there are no cartels, I would. Oh, yeah. But the crime. I mean, if people are trying to get out of Mexico, and you made really good points this morning because of the cartels, yes, the influence and why people want to leave the country. I get it. I don't want to go to Mexico if I never go to Mexico again. I've been like multiple times. Yeah. The world is so much bigger, and I want to go so many other places. Yeah. Real estate is very reasonable there. Well, I'm sure. I'm just not interested in Mexico. The crime. Yes, I've seen pictures. I've been there. Yes, places, some are absolutely gorgeous. I didn't say that they weren't. No, not Tijuana. And Mexico City is absolutely gorgeous. Yes, I've seen pictures. There's really not much crime in comparison to the population. You want cartels to be taking care of our city. That's for sure. Hmm. Yes, infrastructure issues. There's tons of issues. Yeah. Uh, thanks, but no thanks. Mhm. Now, outside of the United States, where would I want to go? I mean, if I could just afford it, I don't. Let me think on that one. Yes, Canada is only 25 minutes away. Well, I'll say 35 minutes away, probably for me. Croatia, Teddy. Okay. But I wouldn't live anywhere other than Canada. Canada is so beautiful. But you know what? Americans can purchase, property there, correct? But they can't really work. No. At least the last time. Now, we have a lot of Canadians that come over every single day and work in Detroit every day, especially in healthcare. We have lots and lots of Canadian, you know, healthcare workers. Yeah. And they come over every day because it's just that close. Now, contrary to what most people believe, I don't think it's easy for Americans. If I wanted to go over to, Windsor or Ontario, I'll just say, and apply for work, I don't think. I don't think it's as open like the US is. No, no. Because if it were, I would love to, like, I considered, moving to Toronto or, somewhere near because I like it and it's so beautiful. Yeah, I really like Canada. It's great. Hmm. But I don't think it's as easy. Yeah. It is so gorgeous. It is beautiful. It is. Yeah. Just take, for example, the Via Rail. I've been on it, and you could just take, uh, you know, along the a ride along the countryside, Canada. Just go through Canada. Yeah, and it's beautiful. Although by train, it's just going to be like open, but um, Vancouver is so expensive, but it's so beautiful. I've been there. It's so gorgeous, but it's expensive. All right, it is 106 into it, 10:36, and I said I was going to wrap things up early. So that's what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll play just a little bit more music, but that'll be it. Cheryl says if a civil conflict breaks out here, we might be able to seek, refuge under political Asylum. Good thought. Maybe. Yes, visiting is absolutely different than moving somewhere. Yeah. Yes. Because you've got to have a source of, steady, income and all of that. All right. Vicky Black Beer, and they have the best hot dogs. Okay. All right, Mom. I'm done for this evening on the mic anyway. I appreciate each and every one of you. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the Grizzlies. Please hit the like on your way out. Join me sometime tomorrow, maybe on Station Head, maybe for some gospel music, maybe, yeah, in the morning. Um, and then I will see what else. All right. Got to get ready for my boards. I've been studying and, um, you know, just doing a lot of reviewing. So, got to get my rest so I can be fresh. All right. That's it. That's all. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Good night.
Wanna make you happy and then she goes 나만 혼자 남겨뒀어 대화가 필요해 너 먼저 나에게 말해봐 너와 나의 이 관계가 달라졌음 hey we're out of time so tell me you want more 지나가버린 추억 너무 잦은 다툼 가끔씩은 지치기도 해 이제는 너무 익숙해져 버린 너의 한손들이 난 더 이상 하고 싶지 않아 So baby tell me why not 너와 나의 그 차이가 why not Don't know what to do with you but why not 너와 나의 그 차이가 You and I just want it more 너와 함께 있을 때 예전엔 안 그랬는데 그냥 집에 가고 싶을 때도 있어 너도 가끔 느끼잖아 우린 예전 같지 않아 너랑 차라리 끝내려고 해 지나가버린 추억 너무 잦은 다툼 가끔씩은 지치기도 해 이제는 너무 익숙해져 버린 너의 한숨들이 난 더 이상 하고 싶지 않아 So baby tell me why not 너와 나의 그 차이가 why not Don't know what to do with you but why not 너와 나의 그 차이가 You and I just want it more